Thanks for joining me. My name is Bob, and I'm here to tell you what I can about the Tollycraft that you're looking at. We hope it's something that floats your boat, as people like to say. As a retired Power Squadron, U.S. Power Squadron Vessel Safety Inspector, I can tell you I know this boat inside and out, and she's been well taken care of. But let me give you a little history. Actually, my wife and I began looking for a boat about 17 years ago. And of course, we started out with a 20-foot boat and then a 25, and you know how these things grow. We ended up looking at 30-foot boats. But we had a little history on Tollycraft, Mr. Tolly and his associates, and we knew that Tollycraft built a very high-quality boat, and that what we wanted was a sport cruiser so that we could enjoy the Great Lakes here in Toledo, Ohio, and surrounding areas. This is a freshwater vessel. It was purchased in Kelso, Washington by an Ohioan, the first owner. Then it was sold to the second owner, who was also Port Clinton, Ohio. And frankly, after searching the nation for a sport cruiser of that age, 1987, we found it in Port Clinton. And they kept it at the dock most of the time. They enjoyed the luxury of the cabin rather than cruising. But the construction of the boat is unique in that it was designed, the hull was designed by the renowned Edward Monk, who built the quadra-lift hull, which is unique in that it gives 10 degrees dead rise aft, which means the hull floats higher. Thus, it's more efficient. Actually, it was rated back then at 25 knots cruise, 35 knots wide open. She's a sweet boat, it's a freshwater boat, and it's a great ride. Come with me and we'll tour the boat, inside and out, every nook and cranny, every imperfection, and you'll have a better idea of the quality and the value of this vessel. Please join me. All right, there's what she looks like from the bow. The bow, of course, has a fortress anchor. The deck is beautiful. It's got covered fenders, brand new Spico Haler horn, which was replaced because of the crack in the old one. Everything here is superb. We can move from here then. Oh, it's got a pennant flag, of course. The bridge is all new windows 3 years ago. The bra was new 2 years ago, windshield bra. All the boot striping was redone about 5 years ago. Stainless steel throughout, stainless steel and teak. That's the, seems to be the motto of the construction people that built Tollycraft. There's a section of rakish fiberglass that can go in this area. It comes with the vessel. The previous owner took it off, and I think it was probably right because it gives you a lot more window space and more light in the salon. I should mention there are more rails, all stainless, on this vessel than any I've ever seen. All of the trademarks and labels have been replated, as have all the bezels on the ceiling fixtures within the salon. Come on, we'll go aboard and, well, I should explain here, the swim platform is fiberglass. It's integral to the body. Stainless steel step into the cockpit. Stainless steel and teak ladder, not aluminum. Teak inlaid. And of course, what I like about the appearance of this rakish style is what I call the pit bull look on the stern. I love those black acrylic locker covers in the window. And of course, we've got the awning with stainless steel superstructure. Above, we've got the JRC radar, 2 VHF antennas, television antenna, and of course the solid teak mast along with the anchor light. and of course the all-important awning, which makes it very comfortable when the sun's going down and you're having a martini. Let's step aboard. Here we are in the cockpit, which features a chrome-plated brass bell, the two-way speaker for communication system with the bridge, and the interior, the salon. The two lockers, plenty of room there, underground or under the seat storage on the bridge. This will house your fishing gear, poles, and so forth. Amber light on the stern, stainless steel rails throughout, privacy cover for the rear entrance to the salon. The stainless steel, more stainless steel, not aluminum, stainless steel ladder to the bridge with teak, beautiful teak. It's never seen anything but teak oil, which is the proper way to do it. Side lockers, port and starboard. They house considerable space, lots of lines in there. Then there are lockers below, which feature 3 more shore power lines and hoses and so forth. There's normally a carpet here. We'll show you what that looks like. Oh, there is a defect. Actually, it's a stress crack right here. If you can see that, it's been repaired and it really isn't significant. And frankly, the crack is covered by a carpet in any event. And there's one more defect, which is right here, where my dock neighbor apparently came in when it was windy and bumped our boat and messed up the fiberglass a tiny bit. More rails on the rear, all stainless steel. And of course the step stool here, the steps can be moved into 4 different positions. They are aluminum with teal inlay. Here's your hose in outlet for water on the stern for wash down. 2 aluminum dock poles, and of course a dock pole on the bow that you saw. Oh, let's look at the engine compartment. That's always kind of important. We can close this, and there's a safety latch here. And this opens up like that. And it has 2 straps in case the wind should catch it. Safety feature. Here we have a 4,000 watt generator in the middle. The red engine, or red generator. 2 Crusader 350 engines. Forward we have a brand new 40 amp battery charger. I'll try to let you look back here. Battery charger over there. The firefighter, Fireboy Halon water protection, or fire protection I should say. Closed circuit radiator system on the engines. Again, this boat has never seen salt water. If you can make it out there, 27 hours on that generator. And frankly, the boat only has 1,360 hours on it. So it's, they tell me it's like a car with 20,000 miles on it. Over here under the locker is a brand new water heater, which has been used once, I think. We don't use the shower, and frankly in the summertime it's warm in the bilge anyway, so you don't really need. I hope I'm not making you dizzy the way we're handling the camera. Okay, we're inside now where it's much cooler. I'm going to let you dwell on the optional lower helm here, which is a beautiful feature, while I cover the things I didn't cover on the stern. I should have mentioned the stern has an electrolysis bonding system under the swim platform to protect the propellers. All the mooring lines, life preservers, fenders, and 2 side panel accents that I alluded to that go near the windows, they're included. And the Westerbeek 4,000 watt generator I covered has the 26 hours on it. The transmissions are Volvo velvet drive transmissions, and of course they're V drives with 2 props. Zintex M2 fuel vapor detector system is in the bilge. I overlooked that. I covered the 4 new marine batteries. I think they were new last fall. 2 automatic bilge pumps, 1 aft and 1 midship, and then there's 1 forward that's a manual electric pump. That is to say, it's electric with a switch forward. There are below deck a 40-gallon water storage tank midship and a 40-gallon waste storage midship, another tank. There are 3 shore power cords, maybe 4, several water hoses, fenders and supplies stored below the cockpit deck. And the cockpit is 45 square feet, like the bridge, more than ample and very luxurious. There are bilge lights, as a matter of fact, that are activated from the optional lower helm panel. So if you're working on the engines at night, you can rest assured you'll have plenty of light. Let's look at the galley, the head, and the salon area. I'll be right back after a brief break. Okay, we're back, and as we enter the salon, we've got the head, which again is solid teak. We've got a brass welcome plaque here that says welcome, so people feel at home when they visit. And then on the left is the head. Some teak in here, trim, storage, plexiglass slide storage behind the lavatory sink, which works this way. Plenty of water, hot and cold. An area for soap and toothbrushes, a towel rack, the stool. This is the shower curtain that makes a 360-degree surround on these rails, which brings us to the luxurious mirror, about 4 by 5 feet for the ladies. Another towel rack, an electric drain down here for the shower. We frankly, my daughter used it once, but we've never used it. I'm sure it works well. We did have the drain cleaned. It was full of pocket fuzz or something. Storage here, storage here, and this little device, of course, tells us the waste tank is empty. That's a nice feature for water and sewage storage. And then if we look at Galley, I should mention Mr. Tolley was a cabinet maker, so all the beautiful teak, which is worth thousands of dollars, throughout the interior is the result of his knowledge about cabinet making. So here's the countertops for mica. Here's another one of these accu gauges that tells us with the red light there that we have almost no water on board, which is deliberate because if somebody's going to travel with the boat, they don't need the extra weight. Solid teak pedestal, courtesy tray for drinks, 120 volt outlet, 110, 120. Storage behind the galley counter, stainless steel double sink, waste basket area, one of 2 aboard marine fire extinguishers, custom Venetian blinds throughout, cutting board, and a 3 burner electric, not gas, stove, and yes, with an oven. We probably used the oven twice, but very nice feature. Storage below, again, solid steel, or solid teak material. Pastry board that pulls out. Refrigerator that was new about 4 years ago. And a vent for the air conditioning aft. More storage below the salon couch. The upholstery's brand new 4 years ago. Much better pattern than the southwestern pattern that was originally there. All of these cushions fold down, and this area, the table drops down to rest on this area so that it makes a bed. Berth for two. Over here with a lower helm we have a pilot's chair, which is removable. When you remove it, then you can bring this cushion down here. This pulls out, it fits right in here, and then you've got sleep area for two persons in this berth. Storage below, more storage below, what is the air conditioner, and storage here for carpet runners or whatever. This again is removable. The lower helm has features identical to what's on the bridge overhead. Corsair compass. It was a brand new, new 3 years ago, Corsair compass on the bridge. This is the Honeywell temperature control for heat and air conditioning. Again, mini curtains throughout, courtesy blind and heat protector on the windshield. And of course the flat screen television, one of two. Oh, the other one isn't flat screen though. Side lights for reading. Again, we've had these bezels all replated. Stereo sound system up and down. And of course Formica bulkheads, Formica covered bulkheads. And the microwave is securely hidden, if you will, in this area, and does a good job. The headliner is amazing. In 1947, this headliner was installed, and I swear to heavens, it's just as beautiful as it was when they installed it. And let me see if we can get a shot of that from way back here. Yeah, there you go. It is just incredible with teak strips all along. And speaking of strips, did I mention that about 6 years ago all the striping on the hull was redone in Port Clinton? There's a thermometer here on the bulkhead, and oh, here we go. My old cap from the Power Squadron, United States Power Squadron. There's the emblem. And the vessel examiner. That's what we did, which was a lot of fun, and frankly we learned quite a lot about different vessels and what to look for, what not to look for. Here's a carbon monoxide alarm, which is a nice feature. And this is really neat. This area on top here closes down to mate with this area so that the forward cabin is very private. And we'll visit with that. Oh, and here, this is a custom feature, a chart deck, chart table for a pilot that's running from the lower helm. And of course the steering helm wheel. Let's take a break and then we'll look at the forward salon. Well, let's do the bridge. But wait, before we do that, we should examine the carpeting. The carpeting was put in about 4 years ago, and frankly we never see it this way because it's covered with runner and throw rugs most of the time unless we have guests. So the carpeting is not brand new, but it's certainly more than adequate. I think we did that about the same time we did the upholstery redo. So then we'll go, oh, I want to show you the carpeting on the aft deck too, on the way to the bridge. Bear with me. They say, you know, old mariners never die, they just get dingy. I forgot, I promised you I'd show you the carpet on the aft deck. So let's reschedule. We'll do the aft deck, then we'll do the forward berth, and then we will do the bridge. But the custom fit carpet covers the 45 square foot luxurious stern, and as you can see, that defect I pointed out here is pretty well hidden. It's right here. But in any event, that's not something I'd be very concerned about. Stainless steel rails on the stern or aft portion of the deck. Let's go. Okay, we're back. Starting again at the lower helm, we go forward to the entranceway to the forward berth, which is also carpeted and has newer upholstery. On the right, we have the Tollycraft control panel, which lists all the accessories. Hot water tank, 110 volt AC supply, refrigerator, battery charger, a spare ranging oven, and of course the shore power control, currently running at 125 amperes. Oh no, 125 volts. That'd be a lot of amps. And then here we have the lower locker. It contains a lot of wiring and a lot of storage area. More storage area on both sides. Lockers here, starboard, and lockers here. Port. And three, all of this of course solid teak. The carpeted area, which is small. Step that pulls up so you can get access to the bilge pump. Forward bilge pump is right under there. More storage here for hanging clothes or whatever. Big umbrellas. Television, DVD player, antennas, clever little fan that we keep on all the time just to ventilate the cabin. Oh, this boat has some history to it. We took first place in the Parade of Sails. We led that 100-plus boat flotilla back in 2003 as part of the bicentennial celebration for the city of Toledo. And here is a picture of our boat as the parade master for on the left, the Niagara brig, and on the right, the antique fireboat from Boston. This was part of the 2003 bicentennial celebration for the city of Toledo, and we were very proud to be a part of it. Here's the mirrored forward section of the berth area. The whole wall is mirrored. Plenty of shelf storage. There's a little alarm clock. Teak trim, beautifully done. You don't find that in boats these days. You find a lot of imitation plastic. There's a 110 volt outlet. These courtesy reading lights. Cushioning on both sides of the hull. Forward is the anchor Rhode locker, which opens up, a little trap door there. And again, the newer upholstery. This pillow back here that you see right up against the mirrored wall rests down here to fill this area to make a berth again for two individuals. There's a ceiling hatch here for ventilation, and it also serves to implement the position of the anchor. When you want to drop anchor or pull the anchor, one can step right through that hatch and facilitate that very conveniently. There's the second fire extinguisher, and of course the door we came through. So let's go up on the bridge. Join me in a moment. Thank you. Okay, we're up on the bridge now, just under 40 square feet. Again, newer isinglass, as they call it, newer windows. Very spacious bridge, can seat 1, 2, 3, 7 or 8 people, 9 if you want to have people sit on the forward dashboard, as it were. Very ample area. Comes with a life ring and line for safety. And as you look, I'm reminded of the avid fisherman buddy of mine well, he wasn't a buddy of mine, he was an acquaintance, and he went out fishing with his friend, and on the river on the way to the lake they passed a bridge, or they saw a bridge, and there was a funeral crossing, and the fellow took his hat off and stood solidly motionless for about 4 minutes while the funeral went by, and then his his friend remarked, "My goodness," he said, "you really take life seriously, don't you?" And he said, "Well, why not? I was married to her for 30 years. That's the avid fisherman joke, okay? What did I overlook downstairs, below? Well, storage area sink. I missed the Norcold refrigerator with freezer. That was new in 2010. And of course, at the lower helm, you also have trim tabs, which we have here at the upper helm. Beyond that, there's storage below for 2 extra bronze props. That's about an $800 situation. And as I look at my list, there's also in the dinette area in storage an extra brand new stainless steel drive shaft, not because one was bent, but because the fellow that bought the boat was a big traveler and he carried these extra accessories just in case. That drive shaft's worth another $800 or $1,000. The air conditioner is 6,000 BTU. I didn't mention that. And it occurs to me, I've often wondered, how much deeper would the ocean be if we took out the sponges? I don't know. But here we are on the bridge. Full enclosure. There's your, this would be the JRC radar. And here's a brand new 4 years ago compass. That is a Ritchie compass. Here's a fish finder, and of course the GPS and speed indicator. This would be the depth sounder, and over here light switch for the instruments, including the compass, cigarette lighter entry, throttles, trim tabs, instrumentation for both engines, including a speedometer, well, RPM indicator, fuel indicator, voltmeter, and oil pressure. And she has the hailer that I mentioned earlier, which will give you two-way communications with the salon and the lower deck, which is great when you're docking. And it's on when the light is lit, and we can say, "Sweepers, sweepers, man your brooms. Sweep that's clean, fore and aft. Thank you." That message is sent, and I don't know if the sweepers are down there or not. Here's a second VHF radio. Oh, that's what I left out on the lower helm. There's another VHF radio with complete weather station and so forth, and scan and call alerts, distress signals, the whole 9 yards. And then, of course, we have the ignitions, the switches for navigation lights, and the blower. There are cup holders on both sides. Storage here in this locker, storage in another locker here. Starboard, antique trim, solid teak again. There's the sniffer there in the corner for fuel sniffing. Never had a problem there. Another cup holder. The seats are covered when we're not underway with guests. And this cushion is on the bench aft. And of course it's got a cover on it like the seats, but under the cover is matching upholstery to this area. And these seats, if you uncover them, are matching with the pilot's chair. And they swivel, they're adjustable in height and distance from the dashboard. She has a horn, hailer. What else can I tell you? The canvas bimini top is in good shape. All stainless steel structure. Again, not aluminum. You don't find this kind of quality these days. And of course, an aft light for the bridge. And I guess we could show you how it works. That's the starboard engine, which again is Crusader 350. And that's the port engine. So, you know, it's always good news when you know it works. And then over here is a switch to tell you how deep it is under your hull, 5 feet or 4.8, we're not sure. So that's that. I don't know what more I can tell you. It's been a pleasure visiting with you, and I'm sorry for the very unprofessional nature of our video, but that's all you can do with an Apple cell phone, I guess, and maybe not the best planning. And I'm reminded, and I'll leave you with this thought, there was a lady that called the newspaper here in Toledo and said she wanted to enter an obituary, and she said just put in the obituary section that Stanley died. And of course the fellow at the newspaper said, well, ma'am, that's just not enough. You want to say more than that, you know, we'll give you the first 5 words free. She said, well, all right, then write Stanley died, sailboat for sale. My friend, thanks for taking the time to review our little love on the water, and call if you have any questions or talk to your dealer, and we hope that you find this boat to be built for you, and I hope you and your family would enjoy it. Thanks for taking the time. God bless.